Hello, welcome to Pro Animator Secrets. Today we're going to be working on materials, realistic Lego materials. Um, I don't have professional experience in this, but I am a professional animator. Um, so I animated this test shot, and I thought I might as well make it as beautiful as possible. So I wasn't happy with the renders that I was getting yesterday, so I hopped off stream and I watched some tutorials and practiced and stuff. And then when I bumped up the samples, I learned that the textures were actually working really well, and it was just hard to tell when the samples were low. Like even the little pits and stuff in the corner, makes total sense because there'd be scratches and everything. Yeah, there'd be like dings and everything. Anyway, and then there's fingerprints that only show up at certain angles um, because it's oily. And so I got the chest piece working. So now I need to repeat the process over and over for each limb. So that'll be good. And then I'm going to be doing something a little bit special for the face as well. So that's what we're going to be working on. And yeah, I just wanted to thank my patrons. Let me make this bigger so I can read easier, though I have them memorized at this point. Thank you so much to Lucas, Stan, Dan, and Evialdu. I'm hoping I got your name right. I've been struggling to pronounce Evialdu's name. Let's see. I went to this YouTube video and let's see. My computer audio.
Everaldo.
Eviadu. Eviadu. I think I was saying Eviado before, but it's do like a U sound. Um, or like the word do. So Eviadu. I hope that's right. Um, I was pretty self conscious about saying my patrons' names because I'm a very phonetic reader. Um, so, but I thought I gotta say your guys' name just out of respect of your guys' decision to support me. I really appreciate it. So, um, welcome to the stream. Please consider supporting the channel or subscribe. That also really helps. And we're almost at 1K. So if we could get there, that'd be incredible. All right, let's dive into this. I have the samples. Not the samples. I have the resolution of this be 1080p, and it took like maybe 15 minutes to render this out. So I'm gonna drop this down. First things first, I'm gonna drop this down to 720, and hopefully that gives us something faster, and I can drop it down even further if yeah, we have more problems. But the resolution doesn't really matter that much, especially during the testing phase. It's what's more important is the sample levels, which we might have to lower as well for fast iteration, but we'll see. Okay, I do kind of want to save this. Save image. Um, and 80 chest. I do want to capitalize these chest. Do. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, so let's dive into this. Let's have her around here. Well, maybe I should just. I think I'll bring this here. One thing that helped so much with the realism of this texture was the sorry, one moment, let me just think, or let me just get this properly set up here. uh, Something that was very helpful was the HDRs. I found this HDR image um, of, it'd probably be better just to, you know what, I'm going to dock this. So I'm going to shut down out of that, double sided, and then I can close the outliner for most of it. Let's see, panels, uh, hypergraph, hypershade. All right, cool. So I can. No, I gotta keep that open. Squash this a lot. There we go. This is less important than what's going on up here. We can make this as big as possible since we're working on surface imperfections here. But yeah, I got a cool like almost Stranger Things lighting, which was a little bit inspired by I guess I would call him a friend of mine. I just met him, uh, who is a really talented Lego animator, and he has uh, Stranger Things themed animation. And yeah, I was just inspired by that. And when I saw this HDR, which was like a studio with LED lights in the background, I thought that that might be kind of an interesting rim light. I downloaded a bunch of other stuff, but I think I'm definitely most excited about this. So she's backlit basically by the LED and then front lit by this oh geez, what is it called? Area light. Just so her face is easy to see. So I have that. I have her going here, and I have my node, my messy node um, messy node set up here. But I do want to pop into this, and I just want to select her. Oops, did I? No, I didn't. Select her little uh, limbs here, and we'll bring that in. And I'm trying to decide which part to focus on next, because we got the chest here. I'm just gonna go ahead and collapse this. It was funny. I was watching this tutorial, and this guy was like, "Oh, you got to make sure to rename your nodes because when you come back, you'll be confused about what you were doing." But I'm so new to learning rendering that like it was hard to understand his tutorial because I didn't understand what the nodes were because the node is like the node name was replaced by a name that he thought was convenient. So it was actually very counterintuitive for me. But I think for professionals that understand the node editor, it's probably more important to have a name. But what I have going for some of them is like, for instance, for the images, it is helpful to have something written like fingerprints. But I have that along with AI image, so I know what's going on in there. I don't remove that. I just add a name to it and scratches AI images. Yeah, I thought that would be more helpful. All right. I don't know why the automatic node spread is so chaotic. It's so crazy. Like it shouldn't. I have to reorganize it. Anyway, how are we doing? We're still live. Audio's good. All right, we're good. Okay. So we have this going, and we can copy a bunch of stuff over to the next place that we're working, which, let's see, what are we doing here? Okay, cool. Yeah, we have this leg here, which is we already have a work in progress on. So might as well finish this one. Um, oh, this is perfect layout for specifically this leg. Um, So what we have here is we have the round corner shader and the mixed node. Actually, I do want to do one more thing with the chest, because let's see, OG was recommending. Let's see. Let me just bring this off screen real quick. All right, Lego Me the OG. Let's see. Let's go to community posts. All right. So, oh, sick. That's awesome. That banner there is so cool. Okay, so he recommended having like micro bumps in the texture, um, and I agree. I think that that helps, especially in the hair. Like sometimes the body and face plastic is a little bit more smooth, but I've noticed that the hair uh, prints are just like perfect. I'm looking at an actual Lego right now. Actually, I'm both of the Legos I have don't have hair, but anyway. So I think he posted this sometime today, and I was inspired by it. So I'm gonna definitely check that out. See if that's possible. Okay, cool. Um, yeah. All right. So I'll just minimize that for now. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so let's do this. One more thing for the chest. Let's figure this out. So what I have here, that's not the chest. Yeah, that is the chest. Okay. So what I have here is I'm actually gonna bring this down. What I've got going here is I have I have a bump map. Yeah, I have a bump map for the scratches that you see in here. Ding, 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 right there. And I have a normal map for the fingerprint, which is very subtle, and I'm not sure if you can even see it. And then also along with that, there's a let's see, round corner shader for the harsh edges that you see like right here. That's just two planes coming together. It kind of creates a couple planes in between, so it has something for the light hits. Because in real life, the light doesn't hit. Like if you look in the corner here, there's like a little impact there. But when two planes perfectly meet in a 3D program, the light can't hit a microplane in there. So that's what this does. Where you don't have the bevel, you can keep lower resolution models, but have it render as if it was higher resolution, which is great for animators like me. Okay, so let's do this. I have the round corner. and this is in the bump map, which that's something that I learned off stream, which was I was trying to figure out where to put the normals, which turns out all along, even though this is in the bump map, these attributes were going into the normals, normals, and the fingerprint was going into the wait, what? No, the scratches was going into the bump, and the fingerprint was always going into the normals, which I guess I didn't understand. I'm kind of taking this from a tutorial that already exists, like the plastic material, and I'm just adding the imperfections on top. So let's take a look here. What I want to do is add the micro bumps, and I'm going to test it out on the chest. I might take it off later. Um, so I think he said something about doing it with a noise attribute or a noise. I don't know if I should use Arnold. I'm going to test uh, noise. I don't know what call noise is, but I know what this is. I'm gonna try the Arnold noise, but then I'm also gonna try the other one. And that's going to a layer RGB, which has 1, 2, 3, and it's on screen as well. So we can go in here and add a third one, enable a third one, put that under screen. I think that screen is the thing that tries to combine all of the images equally. It like attempts to, because I don't really want to have like the opacity of all of them like cut down by the layered effect. But we'll see, especially for the round corner shader. Let's see here. Now I can open this up, and I'm not seeing the third one, but that's okay. I can put the color. Oh wait, I need to actually work on this. I need to switch this to Maya. Okay, that's not really what we want. So we can bring that up a little bit. And then node behavior. Oh, scale. That kind of looks like plastic a little bit, but we'll see. Scale, let's do 50. Oh, interesting. I've noted, I noted, I've noted, I noticed that with the headpieces, there's kind of like a vertical, like almost 3D printing looking thing on the head. If you look really closely, like it's almost like a brushed steel kind of texture. But anyway, I definitely don't want that. 50, that's 500. And X, Y, and Z. Why is there a Z aspect to that? Well, might as well. 50. Yeah, but it didn't look like it changed anything. That almost looks too small, but we will see on this. Let me try 20. 20. Nope. 20. Let's see. It's actually probably better to be like 30. I can adjust this later actually, but first let's see what's going on here. Oops. Don't know what that was. Amplitude. All right, so I guess that's a good thing. Whoa, that's a good looking setup here. Let's plug that into the chest area or into this. Take the out color and put it into this other, and then it'll allow us to access the third input. Yeah. Okay, so it's immediately rendering here, which is interesting. So let's give that a render on here. Refresh. Oh, I'm looking at the chest area. So let's stop that. Let's line up our shot a little bit. So this is kind of the angle the fingerprint shows up. And it might help the fingerprint have like, you know, nooks and crannies to hide in for just texture. I don't know what I'm saying really. Okay. Refresh. Let's see, what is it doing to my beautiful creation? Oh, good. I thought the scratches were removed, but that was another thing I was able to do. I was able to get the scratches. Oh, sorry, it's early here. Get the scratches into the print, which I think would it'd be natural that that would be torn off a little bit. So fingerprints are really showing up now. I'm not seeing uh, any evidence of like the ripple thing. It's making the scratches way more obvious. Hmm. Maybe it'll show up on like the edges or something. I got a note from OG the other day that it looks like uh, it looks like it's kind of chalky, which that's not necessarily the effect that I'm going for. I think it's just because the highlight color is white. I don't know if that matters. It might just be this specific angle of it, but yeah, the bump stuff is giving way more texture. I think it's allowing way more information to show through. You know, I'm gonna try next time. I'm gonna do just a little square of it. Yeah, it's definitely allowing more texture to come through, and I think that would even help me lower the bump amount a little bit. The interesting part will be when it starts rendering up here. I think the issue with what's going on here is I've noticed that there is a couple scratches up here. I mean, it's still there. I can still see it. But I think since the noise, yeah, I've got a notification on my headphones are going out soon. Yeah, I think the scratch here you can't really see that well. Ooh, the scratches up there you can see very, very, very well. Look at that. That is incredible. Okay. It adds even like another layer of realism. I do think that the micro noise is like if you look at it on the ball here, it's picking up a lot of reflections and just like little highlights and stuff like that. So I think what I'm gonna do is I want the scratches to be the deepest point, and since this let me disconnect this for a second just because it helps me be able to see it. Since this is like black and white and gray, of course, but since it's black and white, it's the deepest. It's being the depth is as deep, if not deeper, than the scratches. So I want the bumps to be somewhat deep, but then the scratches to be like cutting even deeper than the little bumps. So let's implement that by taking the color and making this just gray and that. And I guess I can leave the white as white. I do want to see how dark is the. Wait a second. Oh, I made a mistake. I put it into. That's why I was looking a little off. It was really showing the fingerprints a lot because it was in the fingerprint node. I want to actually bring that into the scratches node, into the bump. So AI color correct, contrast, color correct, float. Okay. I think in here I want to have layered. Let's see. Layered RGB. Maybe I could do layered float, but that's already what that is. But let's just do layered RGB here. And it's going to go in between. So this is the color correct node. This is the noise. And so we're going to have 6 o'clock. This out color to go into the first one here, and then the noise out color to go into this one. I think I'm going to get better results with this. I guess I'll rename this, bumps. Okay, cool. Bumps. Cool. So now that's plugged into there, and so the out color, oh, and I want this mode to be, oh, it's interesting to look at it like this. Scratches on that. Okay. And then I want the modes to be not over, but screen. Okay, so that brings that in. And then where is layer 2, enable, and put that as screen. Okay, so that did something. It's kind of not what I want. Okay, let's see what happens though. And we'll plug this into the float color, out color, plug that into, let's jot that down, input, out color, put that into input. Now let's check out what we get. And this time, so we have a before and after. Let's do just this part of the shoulder right here. Oops, I didn't even get the part that I was trying to get. Nope. Start from the bottom. Okay, now let's fresh render. Yeah, that'll make it faster. Okay, so I brought back the. I think this side is like the this side right here. I pointed with my literal finger. This side right here, I think is too, because I put up a poll whether it should be brand new or well loved, but this is like this is beyond well loved. This is like neglected trash, and then this side I think is just well played with. Um, okay, cool. Well, we can see up here a good example of the like little dimpling, and there's still the you can still see the scratches. Though I do want the scratches to be more like the main influence on it, not the dimpling. And then I want the bumps to be ever so slightly bigger. So, but it's kind of cool. It gives like a little bit of play in the highlights. It's not even on the arm, but a little bit of like kind of dancing around a little bit, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, let's get in here and do this. Um, but it's working. I just need to play with the layered amount. I think I don't, I want this to be, just add, I think. See the render ball there. I mean, what I could do is I could just take this noise and make the gray like in the middle here. See what that does. And then another thing I want to do is change the scale amount to like 20 and 20. think that might help make the scratches more defined. I do want to check and unplug this. See what that gives us. It's like giving it less detail in with the scratches. I'm not sure what the color correction node is doing anymore. Bypass that. Okay, those are deeper, more intense scratches. Okay, I don't know why I put this color correct node in here. That was the wrong place to put that. So let's put this layered RGB back into the input. And then, okay, and then I think now with that there, I could probably bring down the depth of the bumps a little bit. Okay. Now let's give that a render. Refresh render. That's interesting. Hmm. Oh, I think this is also being plugged into, let's see, the float. Yeah, and the float is being brought up into the the layered texture that cuts into this. So what needs to happen is what needs to happen, yeah, there's an invert here. Okay, this needs to branch off. There needs to be another float node here because the bumps are going into that, which is not good. So, okay, good to know. I know what happened. So this is the texture for the torso. I need to take this float. That was another thing that I learned is for some reason the float, or for some reason I think it might be RGB. A lot of nodes in the shader do not like RGB at all, and float turns your RGBs into whatever uh, the shader wants it to be. Um, the default is average, which is good for our purposes. But okay, so what I need to do here is select this, go up to create. You know what I might do? Let's see, how close can I get? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this on always. This is a zoom because it's even hard for me to see, and I can't imagine how hard it is for you guys to see. With this tiny monitor, I will bring this over a little bit more and also collapse this for now. Okay, that's better. Um, hmm. So what I need to do is uh, take this float and go up here, view. Oh, okay. Duplicate without node just to get this float over here. And now we're gonna take where was this input? Right, this was in the this was in the inputs of yeah, that went into the alpha there. So let's leave that. Let's unplug that. And then what we're gonna do, this is actually the reverse node. So what this needs to do is I need to take this out color. The revert, this is the color correct node, which has the inverted thing here. So that tells it how much it needs to be. Put this into the input of this new float and put this new float into the alpha here. There we go. And now the texture is back. So we'll give this a new render and see what we get. Refresh. Yeah, there's the texture back. That's what we need. Scratches are good. Anyway. Whew. It was interesting to get that though. This is pointing with my finger again. This is the spot that I'm interested in right now, and it's like the last thing to render, which is funny. Okay, so that's much more of a subtle effect there. Yeah, that's much more subtle of bumps, which maybe I like. You see a little bit of like the scratches on the corner there, but I'm kind of curious just to see how the whole thing looks. So I'm just gonna re-render this. You know what I might do? I might refresh my T and just mute my microphone, and then you guys can just watch this render, and I'll come back surprised or depressed. We're just kidding about the depressed part, but all right. So I'm gonna mute my mic, and this will be kind of like a BRB. Oh man, I should have it say BRB though. Hmm. Oh well. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's see what we got here. All right, looks pretty good. Still not seeing the scratches as much as we were before. I like that it's cleaner. I think it does look like Lego, but I think that the micro bumps are too micro, if that makes sense. And it's also competing with the natural noise that's in the render as well. So it's like the same scale as the natural noise. So we're gonna drop that down. Let's overdo it by dropping it down to let's go all the way down to 5. 5 and 5. And then we're gonna go to this gray and move this down to like middle gray. Because with, let's see, let me just deselect this. That's frustrating. Okay, cool. All right, so there's this. Then let's look at the RGB layer. I'm gonna disconnect it from the float. Take a look at this. 5 is not going to be enough, I can already tell, but wait, what? The scratches are what? The scratches are white? Oh, that's why. Okay. So we go here, go to the noise, and then lower the noise white vat. Let's see. So let's go to here, and then like this. Right. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Look at that. That'll bring back the scratches for sure. And then just for reference, we know how long the scratches are. So then we can play with the noise level. So we could probably bring the noise up to like 5. No, wait, what? Uh, Maybe 7.5. 7.5. All right, so that's probably a good amount. And then we can go into, wait, just for consistency, 7.5. Okay, so that's good. Do I want to play with this? Not really. Uh, hmm, that's interesting looking. I like that. All right, so let's give that a render, but like over in the shoulder area. Uh, so let's take this and drag it. Actually, I don't need all of this. I just need this. That's actually not what I meant. All the way up into the shoulder area. That. Now let's do a render. Oh, it's still unplugged, so that's gonna do nothing. Okay, cool. So let's plug that back in and then refresh. I was like, I swear I don't see anything. This will fix it. course, I mean, I guess it makes sense that it would start from the middle, but it always renders the thing we want to see last. All right, let's take a look there. It's definitely less than this side, but I'm still having a hard time seeing scratches. So I think with the unplug this so I get a nice preview here. I think with the noise, I can actually have this be black, right? And then I can bring down this gray to like very, there you go, like that. And so we get like a kind of a cloudy looking thing. But there's scratches in it for sure. Uh, and then we need to take this. I'm going to bring this all the way up to 10. There you go. That's something better. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this down just a smidge. Okay. So, and it's still unplugged, so let's put that back in there. And refresh render. Let's see what we get. Okay, starting to see this bit more scratch on this side here. Just a little something. Scratch there too. A little bit. You can see like the shadows in there. Let's see. Just looking at it on here. I'm not seeing much of the scratches. I wish I could crank the level of the scratches. Let me take a look. I don't know. The scratches are pretty prominent. But I guess we can go in here and push the bump amount to 7.5 maybe. 7.5. And we can plug this back in. Cool. Now let's give that a try. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a little. Hey, it rendered the part we want to see first. Seeing a little bit of like a little bit of scratches. But yeah, yet again, I still can't tell if the kind of want to, let's see. Those have deeper scratches on it, but for this here, screen, I want to lower the amount of this just a little bit. Okay, cool. Something I do want to do is, I'm not sure how I feel about these scratches, like here, just like a lot of them. I might want to just bring this down a little bit to get some of those scratches off of it. I don't know how I feel. Wait, oh yeah, it picks up the highlights really nicely in this area. Oh, that looks like a warp almost. Seeing much scratches. Seeing the fingerprint nicely. Oh, that's true. I didn't see any fingerprints, and now this is bringing in some fingerprints way better. So the bump amount actually brings out the fingerprints. So let's bring the bump amount. Wait. Did I render that unplugged or what? Okay. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm not looking for this, but I'm looking for a response like this. Oh, that's not as dramatic as I thought. You can really see the scratches on the edge and like little indentations of where the scratches are there too. It's pretty interesting. The fingerprint is gone. Yeah, the fingerprint only likes to show up when it's a smooth surface, I believe. So let me just take off this noise. And let me see here. Oh yeah, those scratches are way too deep. But I think that there's already texture in the scratch node. Let me take this off real quick and look at this. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, I think that there's already like kind of dips and stuff in the scratch node. Okay, so let me just take this guy, no out color, put it into here, and then it's gonna do the crazy deep scratches. Where were we at with the bump map? 7 to 5. Let's just bring that down to like maybe 60. Okay, I think for the body we're gonna do just the scratches, and I think for the hair we'll put a lot of this bump in it. So I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a crazy deep scratch right there. Might, well, from far away, let's see. Yeah, that looks like normal wear and tear from this distance. But yeah, there's little like pits and stuff. I mean, you can see it really well at the peeled paint. But like there's like dips and stuff. And you can see the fingerprint again. That's really important, to me at least, to be able to see the fingerprints. So I think I'll dial that bump amount. Let's see. Let's bring this into. Let's just take this, bring it into the float directly because it doesn't need that. And now it doesn't need to. See. Oh yeah, okay. This is good that I added this. I should put it up here because the color correct node reversed it. Um, it's helpful for that stuff. And then there's the scratches in here. That is still a lot. I could take it down. I could probably bring it back down to 50. I think the color correct node was having. Oh, and also the scratches are going up, I think. So I'm going to actually take the bump map and take this to 0.60. The scratches need to be going in and they're going out at this point. Let's see. There we go. That's much better. You can really see it now. Wait a second. I can't tell. Okay, so if the light is hitting this corner here, then that means that if this side of the ridge is up, I'm very confused. Um, let's. Yeah, I think it's bumping up. It's not what it's supposed to be doing. That's frustrating. I can't tell if it's bumping up or down. I have no clue. From a distance, it looks like it's bumping. It's like identical. I don't know why. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna try some out value put into the bump. Okay, I guess it is bumping in because when I look further back, this is actually the scratch right here. That's the shadow side of it. So that is, yeah, I think that's going in. I'm not sure, but I do want to check out the entire. Let's see, let's turn that up or off. One thing I'm going to do with this fingerprint texture is I'm actually going to open it up in Krita, which is a free Photoshop, and kind of move it around, like take the individual prints and make them closer together. The reason why I want to do that is because the current way that it is just, how do I describe it? The thumbprint is more pronounced now. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted by the render. Um, um, yeah, so I want to dig in there and just kind of like select the individual thumbprints and push them closer together, because when you're animating a minifigure, like it's not like a table where your fingerprints would be like far apart. Like you're animating, you're touching every part of it. So where one fingerprint stops, a new one begins. They should be overlapping, but I think for just clarity, I like the individual thumbprints. It kind of has like a stylized a feel to it. I think the roughness value took a hit by all the little scratches being more pronounced and stuff. Yeah, I think I might drop down the bump value to like uh might drop it down to like 30. Um because now it's like very noticeable. Where you could be like, oh, look at that scratch. And then for the chest, I want to, for the like glossiness, I want to bump the glossiness up a little bit if I can. I don't know why there's bumps in the arm that look perfect. I haven't even touched it yet. It must be reflecting off of something. Okay, I think I have an idea of what I want to do. Cool. All right, so I'll stop that. And then when it comes to color correct node, this is the color correct node that goes into the float node that goes into the alpha. And this is cranked to the fullest value? This is supposed to be like maybe here. That's crazy. When did I leave that up so high? Maybe it has something to do with the fingerprint or something. I actually want to take this off so I can see this. So what is this? Wait a second. Oh, this is for the scratch node. Sorry. Okay. That makes more sense. Color into the input. Float. Color correction. I am actually curious to see color correct node. So This would make it less scratches. This would make it more scratches, right? And kind of white. So let's go like here. And then for the float value, you can set that to some, I think. And then we'll go here, plug that in. But yeah, for the color correction, that definitely can be a little like that. And then for specular, let's collapse this. The specular, um, color correct. Okay, and this is brought way down, which helps it be. Let's see, where is that? Okay, I do want to disconnect it from that so I can see. Okay, so the fingerprints. Maybe I want to take the output from this contrast node into here instead. Let's just open that up. Let's remove this input. Take it from here. Yeah, that helps. Yeah. Let's go to this. And then I can take the here. So if I go to like take this. Okay, so the fingerprints. We want the fingerprints to be let's plug this out color into what is this? Input out color into input here. Okay, so I think I do want to change the resolution here of my renders to let's see. Let's do that. And then refresh render. So for this fingerprint, I'm not sure if it's like lighter here because it's more. Here, I'm just gonna take this and crank it to the max. And that does. I really need a faster, newer, faster computer for this type of stuff. Oh my goodness. So much tea went down the wrong pipe. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I wonder if this was a really quiet stream. Okay, so we want, that tells me what I need to know. So I think all the way white for the multiply, it makes it, what's the word? Oh, that looks so good in the corner there. All the little texture and like the little etching in there. Yeah, and the dips in there. Sorry, making sounds with the animator thing. Anyway, let's see. So I have this, and then I was wanting to know if. So let me just unplug this, select this, and so the roughness would be white, right? And the hmm. Okay, so I don't want the glossy. I don't necessarily want the black to be like super, because if it's black, and even if I bring this down, okay, so yeah, if I leave this to like black, and this is maxed out, the only thing that's glossy is the fingers, and then when I bring down this, like the only thing that gets dimmed is the glossiness of the fingers. So it's really a play between like, yes, I want this to be the roughness of the fingerprints to be completely maxed out, and I want the glossiness of everything else to be not maxed out, but like close to it. Something like that. Very glossy, but not all the way. And now we can take this out color, plug it back into the float, and then the float should be, yeah, the float should be average. All right, cool. So this rendered up, it's rendered out all the way. I'm gonna take the bump amount and bring that down to negative. Uh, let's do 25. Cool. Now I can select like half of her. Like this. I didn't expect to be still on the body for this long. I will move to the next stuff soon, but I can always duplicate what I'm working on here to the next parts. So from here, it's gonna go so fast. Let's see. So now, yeah, I think that, yeah, fingerprints maxed out, and then let's bring down this a little bit. I wonder what the float looks like. So let me plug that into there. It's weird that you have to unplug it to see what you're working on individually. Okay, so that's good. And some, yeah, it probably shouldn't be that. It should be average. Okay. Um, okay. And you can still see the fingerprint a little bit. It's just more obvious on this side, but maybe the light is hitting harder on that side. So I'm just gonna take this. Where's the specular roughness? Okay, so I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna go and say this should be darker, almost black, like that. Um, all right, cool. So now that we have this going, this input should be turned off because nothing's going into it. So hopefully that helps. I'm gonna start collapsing these guys. Scratches. Yeah. That's better. The amount that I brought that down to, that's a lot better. But the fingerprints, oh, that's correlated. The fact that I brought that down, I think that brought down the um, fingerprint value. So I actually might bring, yeah, I might bring back, uh, wait a second. Now I'm confused because I thought that the more texture there is, less fingerprint. Well, let's do this again. Let's put this in here. Now let's put this guy in here. Now let's select this, see what we get. Okay, now let's take this guy and let's bring down the highlights even lower. Something like that. Bring that up to like 15. Hello, Fallon Effects. How's it going? Thanks for joining me today. We're just working on surface imperfections. Look at them scratches. Do you like them? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings about surface imperfections? I'm just being funny. Let's see. Let's bring this. I can't even notice it. There you go. Let's bring it up a little bit more, and then let's give that a render. Is that plugged in? It is not. So let's plug that out color into. That needs to be dropped down. Okay. Out color into that. Now that's all situated. I like. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Render. Refresh render. Yeah, man, we're getting crazy results with this, especially with the HDR or HDRI, I think they're called. Um, I was just using like uh, point lights or something like that, just like Maya lights. But now I'm using both, and I'm getting crazy results with it. And yep, the fingerprint is gone now. Okay, that's what I thought would happen, but now I have confirmed it twice. No bumpiness, or the fingerprint will vanish. We don't want that. We don't want the fingerprint to vanish. We want the fingerprint to be there. Because fingerprints are our friend. Oh, sorry for talking through a yawn. Oh, I'm peeking a little bit. Let's see. Let's bring that down. Yeah, HDRIs. Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. How's your day? How's your projects going? It's good to have someone to chat to during the rendering part of this because rendering takes forever. Especially when you're doing fine detail, you kind of have to have a little bit high samples to know what you're actually working with. But look at them scratches right there. And then look at the scratches through the graphic. I think the scratches through the graphic are a little bit too much. Like the long one over here, I might just bump the texture down. So I'm pretty okay with the rest of them, but anyway. Let's see. That is smart. A slight bump when the paint disappears. Yeah, I mean, technically that is happening. TYE rotation keeps glitching. A lot of times when you get glitchy rotations, sometimes that has to do with the constraint that you're using. So you may want to look into that. Yeah, I'm just gonna take out that noise thing. There's like a really cool. I'll bring it up again because I actually have a viewer. All right, I'm just gonna call him my friend, even though we've only met online. But my friend OG here works with um, Blender doing Mecabricks stuff, and he recommended having a noise filter on the like a noise filter for micro bumps for plastic because yeah. And so I oh look how deep his scratches go. That's so cool. Um so I put it on the chest, but like the bump detail like removes the information from the fingerprint. And I remember like the micro bumps on the hair specifically a lot. But I'm gonna keep it off of the chest. Let's see. Yeah, so this is good. It was a good piece of advice from OG here. There you go, me, the OG. It's cool to have a fun name. All right, let's just vanish. Okay, so let's see. Um, yeah, so let's unplug this. This is a lesson I had to learn twice, so hopefully I don't. It makes sense because if there's a fingerprint and it all has to do with like the glossiness of your fingers, um, but I'm gonna keep this node information for when we do the hair. but I might just not do fingerprints because they won't even show up very well for the hair. But let's just do render, refresh render. Yeah, I see what you're saying about having like a little. Technically, what's happening here for the scratches is it's scraping away the paint, and there is also a bump map in the exact same position. Like this is the same texture for the bump map as the alpha for the paint tearing. Um, so there is like a little divot in there, but the color of the plastic is still like that is still in shadow, like the hole there. Um, but the shadow side is still brighter than this, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Um, okay, yeah, the fingerprints coming back, um, which is good. And then this up here, and then the glossiness is good. Okay, cool. So I want to just give this a entire render, and then start thinking about what part do I want to do next. Refresh render. I think I know why this is happening to the finger here. I think it's because I turned the black part of the glossiness away, or I don't know. I'm gonna try something. Let's see. I think if I, for some reason, color correct. Let's see. What if I bring this down to like here a little bit, and then this like that? If I just do that. Okay. I want to bring back more fingerprint. Maybe some of this information might come back. When I do like color correction and kind of get that going a little bit. Oh, wait, I think the fingerprint is even more gone now. Wait, no, it's not. Yeah, because the idea is for the fingerprint in the roughness pass is like you want the, because in your fingerprint there's oil, so it's a little reflective, but there's also like dirt and grime and grittiness in your finger uh, print. So that kind of like hits against the reflection a little bit, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm just gonna stop that render right there. And let's see, for the let's see, there's like a layered, yeah, layered texture that goes into here and here. It's actually the scratches. So for the scratches, I'm going to um, go to UV. For the offset, I will push it downwards a little bit. That's the right direction. Uh, just take this off so I can select that. Oh, 0.2. That was a bit much. I'm going to do 0.1. There you go. Okay, now I can bring this back into out color, into value. Okay, cool. Now I can give, um, here I just want to check the torso area. And let's give that a render. Yeah, okay. It removed the two horizontal lines here, which I wanted to, yeah, I wanted that gone. Okay. Cool, cool. I'm kind of curious to see the whole thing. Fresh render. Thanks for giving me watch time. Just popping on a stream. That really helps my channel. Um, I think it like 4,000 watch hours for to be able to be monetized. So that is frustrating. Yeah, that's just like a better placement in general for the scratches, I feel like. Smiley face. Thank you. So, Fallon? Yeah, Fallon FX. Are you a professional? Or are you a student? Or are you a, just a, what's it called? How many watch hours do I have? LOL. Very low. Last time I checked, I had like 500, but I think it's even less than that now because I unlisted a stream. Let's see, my videos. Let's see, monetization. Oh, they switched up the UI with this. Okay, let's see. Oh, sweet. Oh, falling down. Yeah. Yeah. For let's see, for 1,000 for and then 4,000, and I only have 538 for the watch hours. Uh, oh my gosh, they just added a new metric. Oh my gosh. This is gonna make it even harder to get monetized. In the last 90 days, 1 million, 10 million shorts views. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Ah, it sucks that I didn't get monetized last year. Jeez. Oh, anyway, here's my Patreon. This is my Patreon. Um, I have this is the whole. I should probably note that this is um a playlist. There's a ton of videos in here. I think it's like 12 or something of how I built the face rig. I unlisted that and so made it available here. And then I have other Lego stuff. Oh yeah, that's a good example for the hair. You can see the little uh, noise in there. Um, yeah, so I have a bunch of that, and then did a Spider Verse series on how to render like the Spider Verse. It's hard to tell this small, but there's like half. Well, you can tell with the face. There's like cross hatching and half tone dots, and there's like a bunch of stuff like that um, in there. So there's a lot of. In the beginning of this series, there was like I didn't really know how to do this fully. I had like a sense of how to do it, and then by the end, I got a pretty fun result, which I can actually play for you. Let's see, you're asking questions. I just do animation and stuff for fun, and I thought, why not start a YouTube channel? So here I am. Well, here you are. Welcome. Yeah, that's a good idea. Animation stuff for fun. That's awesome. YouTube short views? YouTube short views. Yeah, YouTube short views. So, I don't know how. I thought they were going to make it easier to get monetized by having the shorts views be calculated into the watch time hours, which maybe that is the case. Oh, actually, I got to take a real quick break. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, so that's ridiculous. 10,000. No, not 10,000. 10 million. It's even worse. 10 million watch hours. 10 million. That is crazy. Yeah, so that's ridiculous. This whole thing's ridiculous. Um it might help Twitter. Like if Twitter makes it so there's no requirements to get ad revenue like YouTube was in the beginning. Um which by the way, let me go to my Twitter real quick. Um I've noticed that animation does better on Twitter for some reason. Um, for instance, like if you look at OG's, uh, I retweeted this. If you look at his, yeah, tons of retweets, tons of requotes. It's not showing the overall views. I mean, it is here. It's almost views. This means. Oh wait, let me see. Uh, go back one. Okay, so for instance, this. Why is it not doing that anymore? It took away the view. They took. Oh no, the view count is here. Let me see. Okay, right. Okay. So the view count on this tweet is. Wait, what? uh, man, never say never, man. Um, the view count on how many times people have viewed this, it's almost 500,000 people that's actually clicked on it. It's still close to 500,000. And then if you look on, let's see here, yeah, there it is. If you look on his YouTube page, the same video has uh, almost 200,000 K. So, and I'm not saying that anything about the quality of the video. This video is amazing, but Twitter promotes and helps your videos go more viral, I think. The only bad thing is there's no let's see. The only bad thing is there's no monetization. So if there was this type of viral, oh shoot, I hope that's not the right word. I think that might be the wrong word. Viral ability. Um, all right, I lost track of what I was saying. But anyway, oh shoot, I'm kind of playing his animation. I don't mean to do that. I didn't play the whole thing. Go watch it. Just go watch it. Uh, yeah, the best place for animators is probably Twitter, and then supplementing that with Patreon because you can get monetized right away. It's just whoever wants to support you, like my supporters. Thanks again, Lucas, Stan, Dan, and Alvidu. Nope, no, that is right, Alvidu. Um, yeah, I've been having trouble pronouncing that, but if he ever is in the chat someday and can tell me exactly how to pronounce it, that'd be amazing. I'm pretty sure it's a common word. I'm just such a phonetic reader that I have hard times with names often. But anyway, yeah, so I think I got a result here. You can see the fingerprint. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this how it is and move on to other parts of her. Um, I kind of want to test this process out on her hair since I've been, kind of looking at it. Let's just bring this over and switch it to the that mode. So now I'm gonna select the hair. Let's see, where is the hair? It's all the way down here. So what we have is the color correction node, so that's good. This is good, and then we have, let's see, is this going into, yeah, this is going into multiple different things here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna select one, we're gonna take this node thing that we're gonna use down here for sure. And select that again, just to make sure. And then yeah, the hair is framed. Let's fully frame it though, like that. Okay, cool. So this is where it is. Where is, oh, I moved it down too far. So it's somewhere around here. And then let's take some of this. We're gonna take the scratches. Let's collapse all this stuff. Take the scratches. But we're probably not gonna take the fingerprints. So yeah, they probably won't show up anyway. So I'll copy them over if they do show up. But for now, we're just gonna take the scratches. And we're gonna, or wait, let me just, I don't know if you have to select it like this and it will select the nodes. Cool. That's not necessary. Okay, so I think it's just these guys. I do want to take, yeah, actually, yes, I want to bring these along for the ride. Color correct. Okay, so yeah, and then there will be a layer node, which I guess we can select the layer node too. Okay, so now we can go up to edit and duplicate shading network. Okay, so I have them all here. I think there's a way to mass collapse. Okay, there we go. Okay, it looks like it brought the textures too, which we don't need the textures, but oh well. Let's see. Okay, so I can take this whole mess and I can bring it down. Oh shoot. It's already selected. Meh. Yeah, don't, yeah. I think that you could definitely get monetized. But yeah, YouTube is making it harder and harder for um, animators because people are already reacting to that stuff. And even if you do post animation shorts, people could do that stupid thing where they like split the screen and just point at it and be like, and nod their head. Like that's like whenever I see a short where someone's doing that, I just like immediately swipe away. Like I'm like, dude, you're just, yeah, this is not transformative at all. You're just literally looking at it and pointing. It's so silly. So okay, so I can select this. Okay, now I can take this and I'll just move this thing up here because I don't really want to delete it or anything. I just want to unplug it from this there, and then we can bring in our new stuff. Plug in the bump map, this new bump map. Select that, just drag it over. This is going to be a part of the hierarchy at some point. Oh, actually, okay, so this colored node thing should be up here. Oh, there's actually, this is the hair and there's no paint in it. So I think actually all of this, yeah, there's no paint, there's no printing on her hair, so all of that is not necessary. So now I can take this bump map out value and put it into normal. Let's go down to geometry. Okay, cool. So that's brought in. Sweet. That all works fine and dandy. All right. And we have the layered. Okay, I want to do a test render, see what we're getting so far. Forgot what's in that. Right, the scratches are in that. Okay, no, not that. And oh, some chats have come through. One moment. Let me just hit render and I can read chats. Let's see. Refresh render. It's a bad camera angle to analyze, but anyway, I can read your chats now. I hate people on YouTube that make videos of them just watching food. Oh, just wasting food. I don't know the guy that says perfect at the end. Yeah. Yeah, I never got into the food channel. The food YouTube channels either. Whoa, look at this. Look at the amount of details and scratches in here. That's insane. That's crazy. That looks like it makes her hair look like it's really been beat up. I'll definitely scale down the scratches because those are too big. Oh, look, from this angle you can see that the glossiness on her shoulder is like way too much. So sometimes it depends on the angle. So I'll definitely reduce the glossiness of that. Um, that almost looks wet. So I'll definitely reduce that. But that is insanity right there. Look at that. Okay, so pretty interesting results immediately, but I definitely want to go through and take this. Just gonna keep the noise at it as it is, and then I'll take this contrast. Wait a second, what is this for? No, it's the bump mode here. Okay, still moving around. Yeah, I don't like. I think they're called mukbangs. I don't like those at all. I think that's it's inappropriate to be um, eating that much. I think on screen and then having like tons of people watching, almost out of morbid curiosity. I think it's very inappropriate. Um, but I guess people have what's it called? I don't. I mean, I don't think it should be what's it called? Outlawed or anything. I think that it probably does have a addictive aspect to it, like, but I think that yeah, I still think people should. I just don't think people should make that decision. People should be free to make that decision, but not. But they shouldn't. They personally shouldn't. But it's not up to me. Yeah. Layered RGB. Okay, so let me uncollapse this. Out value. I'm gonna put this out value into 8 o'clock. Okay, I have like 1 hour left on this stream. Uh Put one. Okay, cool. So I have that plugged in there. Now I need to select this, move it back, and oh, I'm not seeing anything because it's okay, cool. So I have that. Now I can go like that. The current state of this looks like it's been chewed up by a dog, so the scratches need to be scaled down by a lot. Okay, so out color is going to be pumped into the input value of this. So, boom, there you go. Okay, so that's good. That glossiness looks really bad on the arm there. So I'm actually gonna fix that before we check out this render. Um, okay, so this is the one. This should be up more. This should be probably over here. This might ruin the. That should be max. This might ruin the fingerprint part of it, but we'll see. We might have to sacrifice the finger part of it so it doesn't
fingerprint part of it. Refresh. Hmm. Interesting. I mean, it still has another level to go for the scratches. I think that um, the noise needs a little bit of contrast to it because it's yeah. I think there's just too much of a like a gradient between the grays. Like if you look at um like let's see, we'll be back in a second. Okay, it's all good. Let's see here. Yeah, it's almost making it look like felt because of the I think it's the gradation of the noise. Um, if you look at, I'm back. You're back before I knew you were gone. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Oh yeah, another thing is these rigs. This rig will be available to my patrons. I'm gonna be selling them, but people that become patrons will get like probably more frequent updates, and also like if you subscribe as a $1 tier, like you'll be able to have a rig that I am gonna sell for much more than that on like Gumroad. So and then you'll get like constant updates whenever, and I'll probably respond to feedback faster to my patrons. So that is some perks, if you know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, let me go back to his hair thing. No, that's how you pronounce one of my patrons' names, which is nice. Oh, the monetization hell. Oh, this is where I got the material tutorial from. This guy here. He's the guy that I followed to get the tutorial. So archive. Yeah, he's got his channel has amazing stuff in it. Like if you look at his look at that. Look at all these amazing things. It's incredible. Like the contrast, I mean not the contrast, but the amount of stuff that he makes is incredible. Anyway, definitely check it out. Worth a subscribe, worth a sub for sure. Oh yeah, and this is the tutorial I followed yesterday to get the results that I'm getting now. Um, Polygon documentation. Yeah, if you just click on that, and he's really helpful. Some great stuff there on many different programs too. So, but even got a Blender one. I think I just left the OG's channel. To watching. Lego me the OG. Let me find his channel. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna go back to his community. Yeah, you can see in the noise like there's more drastic yeah, the hills and valleys happen faster, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but so let's go into this. And then also another thing that I think might be making it look like felt, which you're not seeing the scratches very well anymore. But let's see. Oh right, I didn't look at her shoulder. That's a better amount of gloss. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. And disconnect this. All right, bye, man. Have a good one. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to, let's see. Input, invert. Contrast. contrast point. Okay, so this bring up the contrast, and I can also oops. Okay, so now I can put this into remove that. I can bring the color into the node here. Okay, cool. Now I have more. The contrast has to be higher. So I'm going to crank the contrast to 100% and bring down the gray to like that, something like that. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, and then also another thing is like this hair bump. This hair, let's say 20. This hair is different UV wise. Start at 20. All right. Now let's give that a render. Huh, weird. Okay. So the contrast node on this always is terrible. So I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to edit, duplicate without network. All right, so all the information is still the same. And plug the color from this, looks like that. into the value node. And now we're getting something that is not quite right. See, contrast is up to 5. Let's bring that down to like 3 maybe. That's better. Let's make this 0.1. 0.1. Maybe it's the opposite of that. Maybe go all the way up to. All this is doing is giving you like. Okay, so I'm actually going to lower this contrast down to 1, 1, 1. Enter. Bring this to 1, 1, 1. There's definitely way more white than black. So let me see if I can't. Okay, amplitude. So this is super white, and this. Okay, I'm gonna keep this like in the middle there, and then I can plug you into the value. Uh, okay, so let's turn up the contrast to 1, 1. Now let's check this. Okay. That's better. So for the white is too bright. Okay, and let's do a render of that. So turn up the value on that. Almost match the, yeah. And then I want to scale down the noise to 30, 30, 30. Okay, cool. Oh, it's not connected. Maybe it wasn't connected this entire time. Inputs. All right, now we can, yeah, I think that's the case. Render. All right, there we go. That's probably better. It's picking up more highlights. What? Why does this look like felt? Maybe it's the, maybe the scratches should be deeper. Huh. Okay. Yeah, the noise is, I think it's too small and it's too, yeah, the noise is too small and it's too, uh, what's the word for it? It's not, bumpy's not right, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. That looks pretty good. I don't know why it's not showing up in the back there. But yeah, so I need to make the, oh, I see the scratch right. There's a scratch, but I need to make the, yeah, that just looks bad. Okay, so yeah, that just looks bad. So we need to go in here and I just need to disconnect it from here. Looks bad. Um, Come in here and I'm gonna scale this to like 10, maybe 10. Okay, so something like that. And then there's like the scratches on top, but I want to bring this down to like here. So still the scratches are like the deepest things that you see. And I want to put, where's the scratches? I want to take the scratches and I want to bring them, to be like three, three. So it's tiling, but that's okay. I don't think you'll notice. The UVs for this hair are pretty crazy looking. So if you go in here, switch this to UVs. First, I want to get a better camera angle because I'm tired of seeing it like that. I want to see it like that. There you go. Maybe a little show. No, it's gotta be a close up of the hair because the resolution is quite low. Okay, so there's that, and then something about this should be. Yeah, I think I already did that. And then I can go in here and give that a new render. Oh, right. I wanted to see what would happen if I make the bump more aggressive. So let's just bring this up to something big like 5. All right. Let's make sure that the out color is attached to the input. And then let's go in here, give that a render. Whoa. Oh. Ow. Oh, right. The light pointing at it, the front light pointing at it, I believe the specular is like off. So I was like, why does it look like almost matte finish in the front? And it's because there's no specular lighting from the front light. And I'm going to fix that by a little bit. Or it might be just down a lot. Right, I wanted to show you all the UVs for the hair. I'm going to stop this render because I know I don't UV editor. And let's turn off that. There you go. Yeah, so the hair pieces are kind of crazy small. Like this is the fro. This part here is the fro. So it's kind of crazily spread out. So I'm gonna go in here and where's the light? There it is. Okay, so now I can select this light and I can go into the attribute editor and I can see that I put the specular highlight down to 0, but what it should be is I'm just gonna say 45. Nope, 0.45. Cool. So almost half. And then we're gonna go in here. We're gonna turn that to that mode. And we're gonna go away. Zoom out a little bit. And then we can give that a render. Refresh render. There we go. Now you can see the specular highlights in the front. Wait, no you can't. That's weird. Here, let me just crank it to full blast. Specular highlights. Okay, so that's all the way on. Oh, it's 7:30. I actually should, yeah, I should stop stream right now. This is a lot of progress that we've gotten so far. And if we look at the, yeah, I think the noise is just a bit off. I might switch into 1080p mode so I can see what's actually going on here. Because right now it just looks like noise. So I don't really know. Oh, the shoulder looks really glossy, and I need to turn down the, yeah, I'm gonna turn down the gloss on this a lot, and then I'm gonna yeah, I need to turn that down, and also the bump a lot as well. So let's see. All right, so let's save that. We've got a good start here. So I need to have 10 million 10 million views on shorts. So please, I don't know that one. Please consider, where's my thing here? There it is. Please consider becoming a patron. There's 3 tiers, $1 tier, and then a 5 and a 10. I think there's a 22, but So yeah, please consider becoming a patron to help out this channel. I'd really appreciate it. This rig will be coming out soon, and uh, I think the patrons will get it first, and also for much cheaper, especially even if you get the $5 tier, it's cheaper than how much I'll sell it for on Gumroad. So yeah, please consider doing that. You can follow me on Twitter where I retweet some cool stuff. Mute that. Some cool stuff from other cool Lego artists. And I'll show updates occasionally. And yeah, so cool. And so thank you so much to Lucas, Stan, Dan, and Alvido. No, Alvido, 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 Alvido. Yeah, Alvido. Thank you so much for supporting me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Oh,